Like if it's not chronic, it's swag. So you can remember my name is David Krahn. I grew up poor. I know a lot of us probably didn't, but I grew up real poor. For example, when I was a kid, my mom used to take me to get toys at this place called the Big Blue Toy Box. And we'd always go down there. The toys were always bagged up. Sometimes they smelled a little funny, but we'd take our toys and we'd go home, you know? And it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I realized that there's a big blue toy box behind every store, and that we were really just dumpster diving. No, I grew up so poor. I didn't know milk came in liquid form until I was 10, all right? Coffee creamer and water, that was my cereal. And so that was rough. My underwear were third generation hand-me-downs, okay? That was terrible. Let me switch gears here, and I'm gonna talk about, I know we've got a couple of potheads in here. I'm gonna talk about the time when I was a kid and I got busted growing pot. I was trying to grow pot under my bed with a black light, and came home from school one day and my dad had found my pot plant, and he was mad. He was real mad. He sat me down, he said, "Dave, I found your pot plant. I'm real disappointed." And I said, "Fuck, Dad, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry, man." And he said, "That's a black light, man. You've got a 200-watt bulb, you've got it 4 inches from your plant, your leaves are bone dry, your soil's bone dry, all right? You're never gonna produce any buds like that." My dad actually had to seriously sit down and give me a talk about botany, and then gave me a book called How to Grow Your Own Marijuana at Home.
Yeah!
So,
Nice.
that's a little bit of my family, all right? Does anybody in here watch porn? Okay, we all do. Does anybody you ever have lube on your hand so you hit the play button with your nose when you find that special video? Give it a try. You don't get lube on your phone. You boop. Okay. All right, that one didn't. But all right. So anybody in here ever had an STD, but you don't want to go down and get tested for it? You're kind of embarrassed. So you do. I do what's called the at-home STD test, which is where find a girl, maybe I like, maybe I don't. I bring her home. We have sex. I send her off, and then I wait at home by the phone for her to call and say, "You motherfucker, it burns when I pee!" And so that's how I know I have an STD. That's my at-home STD test. That's terrible. That's a joke, and I'm sorry about that. But it saves you a lot of money. You don't have to pay for those expensive tests. All right. Did you guys know that an echidna, something like a porcupine, has a four-headed penis? Which is really weird because it means its penis has eyebrows. Yeah, four-headed? Okay. That guy gets it. Okay. Let's see. So, like I said, I grew up doing drugs, and my motto was always, I don't have coping skills, I have doping skills. Okay. So, a lot of my childhood was spent very high. But let's see. Okay. The first time I got busted for forgery was not for forging money. It was for forging a refill card at the Jacksons to try and get a fountain drink. Okay? You know those Jacksons refill cards? You buy 5 fountain drinks, you get a free one? I was broke, living in my car, trying to sit here and get a red Sharpie and just do that little JFS stamp just right so I could go in there and get my Mountain Dew. That's how you know you really got to rethink your life, man. When you don't have 79 cents for a fucking refill of Mountain Dew and you're trying to forge a refill card, and then you go in there and the guy's like, "Did you draw that on there with pen? That doesn't look right." And you're like, "No." You know what I mean? So that was rough. Not a lot of poor people in here, apparently. If I were a superhero, I would be Orgasm Man. And you ask why. Women would say, "Help me, Orgasm Man," and I'd say, "I'm coming." Orgasm, I'm coming. Okay. Has anybody seen these assholes on Flocka on the internet? What is this shit? Does nobody just smoke a joint and drink a beer anymore? People are out there. I see these videos. People like this. Get this shit all buckled up here. This is my impression of these people on the internet. Have you seen these guys? Flocka? Google Flocka. It's terrifying, man. These designer drugs people are on now. It's just terrible. If LSD, mushrooms, shit like that were legal, people wouldn't be fucking ordering shit online that makes them eat other people's faces off. You know what I mean? Bath salt. You hear about that hobo that got his face eaten off on bath salt? Shit's horrible, man. Anyway, if I were a superhero, I would make it my job to take out these assholes on Flock, and I'd have the power of fixing misspelled tattoos. I got out of jail a while back, and I met a guy, had a tattoo on his arm, and it said rebel, but it was spelled R-E-B-A-L. And I thought, this guy's a real rebel. He's rebelling against spelling. All right, guys, my name is David Krahn. That's all I got, so have a good night.
Keep it going forward, David Krahn.
Break out the microphone cover.
Grab your condom, dude. Don't be dirty.